Hello friends, recently God had me read the story of David and Goliath, and for those of you who do not know the story, David was actually asked by his dad to go bring some food and provisions to his brothers who was fighting in King Saul's army. And David, went out in the field and he heard Goliath taunting the Israelites. And he said, if nobody will stand up to this giant, I'm going to stand up because this is not right and he's a punk and blah, blah, blah. So David went to the king, and King Saul said, you're not qualified to fight. I don't want to see you get killed, but you have no experience in fighting. And David said, yeah, that might be true, but when a lion or a bear comes and steals one of my flock, I wrestle that sucker and I kill him, and get my sheep back, And so Saul goes, well, nobody else wants to try, so we'll give you a shot. So Saul gave him armor, and David's like, I cannot wear this. It's way too heavy, and I'll just do it my own way. And so David goes out with just a sling and a stone, and he says to Goliath, and now this is where the revelation comes on. It says, David answered, you come at me with sword and spear and battle axe. I come at you in the name of the God of angel armies, the God of Israel's troops, whom you curse and mock. This very day God is handing you over to me. I'm about to kill you, cut off your head, and serve up your body and the bodies of your Philistine buddies to the crows and coyotes. The whole earth will know that there's an extraordinary God in Israel. And everyone gathered here will learn that God doesn't save by means of sword or spear. The battle belongs to God, and He's handing you to us on a platter. Now, what I really found interesting, God actually had me send this to my cell phone as a text to declare at the enemy, hey, you're not going to win this. I'm worried about to cut your head off, so knock it off. But he's also our footstool too, so I'm not really worried about him. But it says, and everyone gathered here will learn that God doesn't save by means of sword or spear. You think David would have said, but my God saves by this method instead of this method. He doesn't save by this method, but he saves by this method. But instead, David goes, the battle already belongs to God. And you're going to die. And then, after he said this, the Bible says it infuriated Goliath, and David, Goliath is like, you little punk, I'm going to kill you. And he rushed towards David. And David not only stood his ground and didn't run away, David actually ran towards the giant. Same action, flung a stone, hit him on the forehead, knocked out that dude cold, hurry up, grabbed his own sword, and cut off Goliath's head. And I can just imagine him holding up, Goliath's head, and it says the Philistines were terrified, and they went fleeing, and Israel actually chased them away through, certain nations. And when the king heard of all this, King Saul heard of all this, he automatically inquired more about David. Who is David? And it says David never went back to his old life. Never went back to tending his flocks. Never went back to being a shepherd boy. He won favor with the king. Now, God does not qualify the called. Or God does not call the qualified. He qualifies the called. Meaning, if He's called you to it, you're qualified to do it. You have everything that you need. Because God has already given you everything that you need. And He'll give you even more. Because you have favor. You're the king's son. You're the king's daughter. He loves you so much. The battle has already been won in His name. There's really even no need to fight. Just stand your ground, knowing that you're going to win this thing. God bless you guys. As always, if you guys like this video, please share it. Get the word out.